mess with him, he'll get very angry. She's a very calm and composed girl. I think you should be friends with her. What is the common word that I used in both of these sentences? It's the word very. We all tend to use the word very too often in our everyday English conversations. And hence here I am to help you replace the commonly used word very with some better advanced English words. Why do we use very instead of using better words? Because of lack of knowledge and lack of practice. Even if we know the advanced versions of it, for example, I'm feeling amazing today or I'm feeling excellent today, we tend to say, I'm feeling very good or I'm very well, thank you. Very is also a crutch word, which means it is the word that we tend to use when we do not find other words while we're speaking or conversing every day. So we fall back on the word very and use a simple word in front of it to communicate our ideas and feelings. And hence, after watching today's video, I want you to replace very good, very bad, very beautiful with some better versions of it so that your English sounds better and advanced. I have a set of words written on the board for you. Some of them might not be visible, but that's okay because I'll be providing them to you in the captions as well. Now, before diving right into the video, I want to request you to also check out some of my other videos on YouTube, and if you find them useful, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notifications whenever new videos are posted. Also, you can join our Instagram community, English as well as Hindi. It's a community of around 1,60,000 students. We post on Instagram every day so that you have something new to learn every day. So do check out my Instagram handles, and if you want to join our online classes, do visit our website and put an inquiry form and you will get a call surely from us soon. Now let's get right into the video. The first word that I have for you I think isn't visible on the board, but it is smart. When someone's clever, we tend to say he's a very smart boy. When someone stands first in the class always, you go home and tell your Mama, she's very smart. I also want to be smart like her. Instead of saying smart, we can use a better word called brainy. She's brainy. When someone's brainy, he or she is intelligent and clever. At the same time, very smart. So replace very smart with brainy. Do let me know in the comments if you can make a sentence of your own, and as in how I'm teaching these words to you, it would be helpful for you if you make your own sentences and comment below. I'll surely reply to your comments and I'll correct your sentences in case something is wrong in your sentences grammatically or the usage of the words is incorrect. I surely will reply to you in the comments below. Let's look at the second word, which is beautiful. Someone or something that is very beautiful can be replaced with an advanced word called gorgeous. Now we all know this word gorgeous, but we tend to not use it in our everyday speech because we are not used to doing that. And hence from today onwards, when you see something that is very beautiful, let's say you're traveling to Lonavala on a trip and it's all lush green around you, both the sides, the climate or the weather is beautiful. So instead of saying, this is a very beautiful climate, you can say, I love this climate, it's gorgeous. So this is an advanced version of the word beautiful. Now the third one for us is noisy. Let's say you are shopping with your family on a noisy street and you can't listen to what your mother is trying to tell you, or you get a call from your friend, you pick up the call and you say, it's very noisy here, I'm not able to hear you, or I'm not able to hear your voice. Instead of saying very noisy, you can say, it's deafening here, it's impossible to hear your voice. Now these versions, which are better versions or advanced words, are also the ones that are a level higher or a degree higher than the normal ones. For example, when we say noisy, noisy can mean a degree which is at this level. When we say very noisy, it goes here, the level increases, the level of noise or our feeling of saying how noisy it is increases. But instead of saying very noisy, we can say deafening. So when you want to say something that is at a lower degree, you can remove the word very and you can very well use the first versions of these words, which are beautiful or noisy or smart. But when something exceeds a particular level, when something is very, very beautiful, we say gorgeous. Very, very noisy, we say deafening. The next word is quick. He ran quickly, or she ran very quickly, or she ran very fast. People tend to say such sentences. On the other hand, you can say she ran rapidly, or I can see the numbers rapidly going up. Maybe you're talking about the stock market and you want to say that something's going up continuously and at a fast pace. So you can replace the word quickly with rapidly, which is an advanced word. The next one is, let's imagine Ambani's house, Antilia. Now it's very, very huge, isn't it? It is one of the, I think, costliest houses in Asia. So instead of saying he has a very, very huge house, you can say he has a massive home in Mumbai. So when something is massive, it's huge, it's very, very huge, and do not use sentences like it's a very huge home. Say it's massive. The next one is when someone's very calm. The first example that I gave you. She's a really calm and composed girl. Imagine you are working in a corporate and your boss or your manager is a very calm and composed guy. So when you're describing him to your colleague who has joined recently, you can say he's a serene person. When you say serene, it means someone who is very calm and cool in all kinds of situations. So instead of saying very calm, you can say he's a serene person and he's level-headed. So level-headed is another word which I haven't mentioned here, but when someone's level-headed, it also means that they are super calm and composed in all kinds of situations. They do not lose their temper and they very well know how to control their anger and their emotions and feelings in the most difficult of circumstances. So level-headed or serene. Let me write the word level-headed for you here. Yeah, so someone who is calm and composed can also be called as level-headed. The next one is very angry. This one is really common, you know. We all get angry at times and maybe we complain about it to somebody else saying, she got very angry at me, don't talk to her about me right now, else she really remember all the things that happened and she might get angry again, right? So when someone's very angry, very, very angry, you say she's furious. Imagine a child stealing some money from his dad's pocket or from his dad's wallet and dad comes to know about it. Now, no parent would want to have such kind of habits inculcated in their children, right? So at such times, parents generally tend to get furious at kids because they want to set or they want the kids to go on a right direction and have some moral values in life. So in such a situation, you can see that uncle was furious when he caught John stealing from his wallet. So when he was furious, it means he was very, very angry. He was not at all happy with what John was doing or had done. Now imagine a situation where your boss gives you some work which is very difficult to do. You're not good at Excel and your boss tells you to play with some numbers in the Excel sheet and come with an output by the end of the day. Now this task is going to be very difficult for you and you need help of some colleague. So you go to him or her saying, well, the task that my boss has given me is very difficult. Could you please help me with the Excel sheet and some formulas? So instead of saying very difficult, you can say the task that my boss has given me is arduous. Could you please help me with it? Arduous is a word that we can use to replace the word difficult or very difficult when the level is higher, when the degree of what you're saying, the intensity of what you're saying is higher. You can say arduous instead of saying very difficult. Next one is, how was your day? Oh, my day was very boring. So when something's very boring or the lecture in which you're sitting and listening to is very boring, you can say, what a dull lecture or what a dull day I had today. So when something's very boring, you do not have any interest in it, your thoughts are going haywire and you're not able to focus on what's going on, you just feel bored, absolutely bored, you can say, well, it was dull. the seminar was dull, or the webinar was dull, or today's day was dull. The last one that I have for you is when something's very, very funny, or a person who is very funny. To describe that person to someone else, you can say he's hilarious. I think you should spend some time with him and your mood will be back to normal because he's a hilarious guy. Everything that he says makes you laugh. So when someone or a person or a friend of yours who has a personality to make others laugh, instead of saying he's a very funny guy or he's a funny chap, you can say he is hilarious. Or when someone cracks a joke and you want to reflect back on how the joke was, you can say instead of saying the joke was very funny, you can say it was hilarious. So hilarious is the higher version for saying very funny. I hope these words that I've taught you today have helped you in some way to take your English to the advanced level rather than sticking to the normal words and adding the word very in front of them. Do try and use at least one or two of these words today itself in today's conversations with your friends, family, or somewhere else. And if you have no one to talk to, then we have the comment section below where you can use all of these words, make your own sentences, comment below, and I'll get back to you in the comments. Until I see you next. Bye.